can you like speak to just a little bit, just, you know what I'm saying, who you are real quick, you know what I'm saying, your name, where you're based from, and just how you came to just come into your craft and like that clubhouse experience, you know what I'm saying, this exchange of information that we was just having.
Okay, for surely. So I'm Ryan Horstkotte. A lot of people have a hard time pronouncing the last name, so I always know when it's a bill collector because they're gonna butcher the last name.
Hey.
You don't know me.
But yeah, you
Facts.
don't know. But so I'm originally from the Bay Area, born and raised. Shit, from high school, I thought I wanted to get into the hotel industry, so I went off to Maui. Realized my personality didn't really cut it. Plus, I was so young, wanting to get into the hotel. I wasn't going to get to the position I really wanted to as fast as I'd
And
like
Maui-
to.
You wanted to like run hotels?
So I've always been into helping people. That kind of plays into the
Okay.
clubhouse. I wanted to become a concierge. I wanted to be able to help you while you're on vacation. What do you need? Let me make your experience just
so like one of the
much more
people that
better.
are like, what are the best things to do around here? Like, where can I go get some food? And like, okay.
Okay. And Maui's Hawaii.
I want to be a producer. I want to be able to connect the dots for you,
Big fact.
which I do these days.
I was about to say, yeah, that's literally gonna go right hand in hand with the story for sure.
Right. So, but then Hawaii, off to Louisiana after Hurricane Katrina, and shit, did almost a year's worth of volunteer work. Was able to get 73 families back into their homes. Got a job on a shrimp boat to make some money since I was doing the relief work for room and board. Yeah, man. Yeah, and we were down on the bayou too, so we were about 50 miles outside of New Orleans. We definitely went into New Orleans and did some work, but most of our work was really out there that wasn't being talked about or being put on camera. So yeah, really got to touch the people, interact with an easy 1,000 volunteers, probably closer to 2,000, supervisor. Just did our thing out there, man. Did something good for somebody else, because I was at a point in my life where I wasn't shit. I wasn't making anything happen. From that, back to California, my supervisor in Louisiana said, when you get back to Cali, there's somebody you got to meet. And that was his mom. At the time, she was the webpage designer for High Times magazine. She introduced me to anybody and everybody that I needed to know in the cannabis world. So I definitely got my boots laced by who I consider the godfathers of, at the time, Prop 215. Dennis Perone, Eddie Lepp, Jack Hare,
Can
Ed
you go into
Rosenthal.
Prop 15? Can you briefly talk about just Prop 15 for those that don't know?
Prop 215 was the original act proposition to get cannabis legalized, or at least as a medical, on the medical side of things back in, don't quote me, I want to say it was around 96, was the first cards given out. And these people, Dennis Perone, Eddie Lepp, Jack Hare, Ed Rosenthal, these guys were in the first 10 people to get cards for medical marijuana back in the 90s. So to have these people then lace my boots coming into it was like, you couldn't ever pay for that type of game.
For sure.
So yeah, work in the cannabis industry, still work in the cannabis industry, but started to get burnt out. And I transitioned. I started going to these hip hop shows back in the Bay Area, and I'm just taking pictures with my cell phone. And I bump into Too Short. I bump into Mr. Fab, who I had already built relationships with by being in the cannabis industry.
Real legends.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Short, 40 plus years being a professional rapper.
Right. That's crazy.
That don't happen.
Not too many people can say that. So yeah, to then have my boots laced by a pioneer like Too Short. Both he and Fab said if I invest in myself, they would invest their time into me. And at 24, 25, trying to figure out life, I took them up on it. Two people that are somebodies from where I'm from gave me an opportunity, gave me a shot, and they didn't want anything from it, just me to give it my all, because they've given people shots and some people have succeeded. Some people have dropped off and went back to doing whatever they were doing.
Early